EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the International Federation of PGA Tours are proud to present a World Golf Championship. Today from Chambers Bay in Washington, live second round coverage of the EA Sports Championship. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. And the golfer we'll be watching, definitely in contention, just 3 shots off the lead. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Pin in the back left today as he'll stare down this second to the par 4.
And that's a good approach shot too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
Nota Begay is on the ground for us at the first green.
And players of this caliber should make this on a regular basis pretty flat with just a slight movement to the left.
That one just going to sneak on by. Safely in. It's a par here at first, and he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. Now to the second hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is not overly long. Where's the trouble here?
Well, 281 yards really to the big long bunker that goes all the way to the green. So as long as you can avoid that, you don't have to hit driver down here, just something that's going to be a little short of that. You're still only going to have 100 yards really, or just over 100 yards into your second shot. A really good chance too to get off to a good start.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. So from right around 80 yards or so, this is second.
Inexcusable.
Third shot coming up now from the bunker. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. That finished off for par here at the second, and he'll stay at 2 under. The third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Okay, fortunate there. That ball hops onto the green, and he'll be left with that for his birdie. Now Noda, this for birdie.
And he may have to play a little right to left break here, just because it's a downhill putt, but it shouldn't be that much.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, standing here on the fourth tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the two previous holes, this fairway...
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. Now a second from 173.
Ball was always heading a little bit right, but inside 10 feet, nothing wrong with that on this hole.
8 feet now for birdie. Nah, missed it left. That's a letdown. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinch is in, though, with those bunkers left and right. And there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. A big drive, but a poor result, as that's going to wind up in the bunker. A lot to worry about here as he digs in for his second.
As soon as the ball went in the bunker, that's where the problems start. Nothing more you can do, just advance it out and hope the next one gets in close.
Oh, I thought that was going. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And he'll drop back now to 1 under par. Right now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you.
That's going to be up the left-hand side.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Ball sitting okay here for his 2nd here at the 6th. Oh, this could be good.
Took the risk, flew the ball all the way back to the back of the green there. This is a great shot.
Birdie putt now moving to his right. Oh, you hate to miss from that distance. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
This is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. From the fairway nota, this his 2nd.
He's got 113 yards to the front, 145 to the hole, pin sitting on the right.
just the strike, the sound of it, and the ball does the rest. Great shot.
That one brushed in. It is a birdie here at 7. He moves it to 2 under par. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realise that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing, high launch angle. That was just about perfect. That is a really good shot on him. 2 on this par 5, but the work's not done yet.
I'm a tough taskmaster. If he makes the putt, or at least gets down in 2, then I'm going to congratulate him on this hole.
Nope, that'll be short, maybe by a good 10 feet. Nope. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is. Good mix of holes here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, we finished this front side with a par 3 after just having come off that long par 5.
And it's a beauty too. The tee is some 100 feet up in the air, so you get a great view of this magnificent golf course, and you realize why it's called a true links. This green here, though, it looks rather daunting, well bunkered on the right side, but you can see enough of it. And once again, links, use the bounce, and you can still kick one in there close. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand. And that race is right on by. Kidding? This game's unfair sometimes. That looked in the whole way. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he'll fall back to 1 under par. Frank, what's the player looking at on the 10th here at Chambers Bay?
Well, normally at a par 4, you're just thinking blaze away, but this is one of the few holes, really, I think you've got to be careful on what club you hit off the tee. It starts to narrow up. You really want to avoid those 2 short bunkers that come in around the 300-yard mark. And that really sets yourself up with a nice sort of wedge. That's really the right way to play it. You don't have to take the trouble on in front here.
Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. This game not just about length, it's about putting the ball in the right position, and that's what he's done. Really a good opportunity to make a birdie. Let's see what he can do from 87 yards, second shot.
In golf, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Got it there, but not quite on target. So that in for par to start this backside, and he'll remain at 1 under par. Getting set to tee off at the 11th hole, long par 4, 537 yards. Frank, how do you play this hole, with a bazooka?
Yeah, try and take that dune out of play, that's for sure, in the middle of the field. Bunkers down the left are more for scenic rather than, they're not really problematic for the player off the tee. Just, as I said, hit it over that dune, and then really there's a ridge in the middle of this green, so you've got to be on the right level.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. 14 feet to the hole. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. So that brushed in toward par here at 11, and he'll stay right where he is. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
Two, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range. Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. Will certainly help the cause. 13th hole now. It's a dogleg right, par 4. Frank?
But at 534 yards, you need an eagle eye, which is the name of the hole, to find exactly where you want to hit this. Doglegs to the right. There is a fairway that's plenty wide to accept a good tee shot. And then from there on in, it's actually a relatively straightforward second shot, providing you can miss that bunker that's just short in the middle of the green.
And that ball absolutely walloped. That is a big drive there. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Oh no, that never had a chance. Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and he'll remain right where he is. Frank, this is the 5th par 4 in a row, and they're not easy. This one here at 14, really a daunting tee shot.
It is. That's why it's called Cape Fair. A true Cape hole in golf, Rich, is when you've got to decide how much you want to bite off when you hit across a slight dogleg. And this one, really, you're going to be rewarded the further left you can go. There is one little bunker in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid. That's going to be 320 or so yards off the tee. This hole, 546 yards, you're going to see a... Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Not a big issue, though it is in the rough. Should have a go at this one. Second shot now, 14th hole. This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close. Just 5 feet left. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, normally on a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees. But part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich, I really do. But at 246 yards, when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make 3.
Some green to work with as he'll try and lift this one out. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. that is right on the precipice of going down. But I do believe it's going to stay out. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Being slightly to the right, there's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beached.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and he'll remain right where he is. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards. All sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at the 16th, then there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3, you can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of a US Open.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Clean lie here for his second to the par 3.
Now a 7-footer.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department in your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Nope, that wasn't the right line, and he'll pay the price as this ball gonna run off the fairway and into the bunker. Looking for a rousing finish, a second out of the sand at 18. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Oh dear, forget lagging it up on the eagle putt. This is right by the hole, and I believe this is going to wind up all the way off the green. Okay, safely in for his par at 18. And that will be a touch worse than round one. It is a second round, 71. So remember, no cut here in this event. Our featured golfer with work to do over the weekend to try and claim this EA Sports Championship.
There isn't a cut, but it is a very high-quality field. So in the end, you're still going to have to play your best golf this week.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.